All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church. Congregation, come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. I want to talk about Senator, Democratic Senator in Kentucky. Her name is Karen BURG, Senator Karen BURG. Now, she recently walked back this. She was on the Senate floor with this, right? State Senate. She was on the state Senate floor in a hearing when she made these statements. Okay? She had the audacity to say she had research that said, now she walked back this stuff now. I'm just letting y'all know. So don't come to me in the comments saying, well, she said something different now. Don't matter. This was her statement in the hearing on the Senate floor in the state of Kentucky. Okay? She said that she had research on the chances that if a pedophile was to have child sex dolls, not normal adult. Do you understand what I'm saying? Not normal adult size or normal looking adult sex doll, but child sex dolls. That they would get released from it, and it would be most likely that this would prevent them from acting out on real children. Sexual assault against real children. But they needed the release from a child sex doll. She argued this on the Senate floor in Kentucky in a hearing. There's video of it. It's recorded. It's in the books. A child sex doll. It's got to look like a kid, feel like a kid, so they can get released. So they around here humping child sex dolls. They understand. And she did not call them pedophiles. She did not call them rapists. She did not call them sexual assaulters. She called them minor attracted. This is the word they've been throwing around lately to normalize pedophilia, to give pedophiles a voice, to give pedophiles legal standing in the United States of America, and most likely abroad. Because these implementations of laws that they've been passing now from the United States, other governments around the whole entire world have been adopting. Ain't nobody been watching this, but when the United States try something on us, try to implement laws on us, automatically other countries just pick it up and force it on their people. But what they try to do with us, so far now, because we fight more than anybody else, and we have guns and knives and weapons to start a coup or a revolution if they was to try to go too bold with it. You get what I'm saying? Then they just try to trick us and ease it on us and do it in secret and behind our backs and stuff. They still got to do it that way because they know out in the open we get tired of it, and we just say, since y'all want to be lawless, we'll be lawless too. That's what happened. It'll be a revolt. So right now, until they can really, find more ways to kill off the ones that they want to kill off and lock up the ones they want to lock up, they still have to adhere to some rule of the law, some rule of thumb, right, on certain situations. Because they still getting backlash. People still get outraged here. People still protest, and they know they don't want it like that. And there's still some politicians who do what is righteous, right? What is just and what is righteous in this country. But those are the only things that's holding them at bay. Because what she said was just pure evil to even entertain it, let alone have it going on and make this statement on the record. She made this statement on the record. And then, like I said, she received backlash for it, so she walked it back. And tried to point out that she's not for something, you know what I'm saying, to try to clean it up. But what you said was sick, it was evil, and it was you trying to throw it out there to see if it could get past people. Minor attracted. Anybody who uses minor attracted to describe criminal behavior against a child is evil, they wicked, and they should not be in office. That right there should be a red flag before electing anybody. Is somebody who's willing to decriminalize pedophilia or any kind of sexual assault, and especially against sexual assault against children, against minors. That word minor attracted should never have been created. Why? Why would you do that? Because they want to legalize pedophilia. Why do they want to legalize pedophilia? Because they want to legalize sexual human trafficking. Why do they want to legalize it? Because there's people, if things got out, will go to jail for a very long time under the current laws of child sexual abuse, child pornography. This is why. Because if you can legalize pedophilia, you'll be able to legalize sex trafficking. Then there will be no boundaries for sexual immorality in the United States or in the world. There will be no boundaries. None. None at all. It would just be a free-for-all. No boundaries. People would be allowed to come into your home and take your kids out for legal sex trafficking. This is why they want to try to legalize pedophilia. It's always a slippery slope. They want to slip in the slope to broaden the scope. Think about how they did when they legalized marijuana. As soon as they legalized marijuana, they wanted other drugs legalized too. Immediately after they legalized marijuana, they went to, let's go ahead and slide all the way down the slope now. We got marijuana legalized. That's how they do it. As soon as there was a big enough threat for them to, like 9/11 was the biggest excuse they needed for Homeland Security. They created the department, Homeland Security, created the Homeland Security Bill, Act, and now look at how they allowed themselves to invade your privacy. But look what it's caused, right? When they slide us down this slope that they want to broaden the scope, it always comes with some harm that they end up having to retract. Weed, they got down to hard drugs in Portland, right? And look what happened in Portland. Because they went from legalizing weed to decriminalizing hard use of drugs in public, and look what it did to that city, right? They did Homeland Security. Now the criminals are so smart in cyberspace, they can invade your privacy. They can get information on you, prey on you and get you to give up vulnerable information. They use it to blackmail you, to degrade you, make you degrade yourself on live stream and harm yourself on live stream. All due to the Homeland Security invading our privacy. So criminals wanted to learn how it was done. So then they opened the door for cyber crimes and piracy against your intellectual properties and database selling and stealing, right? Same thing with this pedophilia. If we allow them to legalize pedophilia, to normalize pedophilia and call it minor attracted, and keep running them narratives around minor attracted, if they continue to write books on it, continue to write studies on it, continue to create a narrative around it, continue to create scenarios where this could be normal, they will write in laws where they can take your kids right out and sell them to the highest bidder. For sexual purposes. And they'll be able to do it with the law behind them. If we allow it. If we're not paying attention and people are not reporting this woman, Karen BURG, Senator Karen BURG, who is disgusting and wicked for even attempting on the Senate floor at a hearing to put that out there, to even suggest that. What was we? Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all this, and I'm gonna be done with it. So your taxpayer dollars, because that's what would happen, because she's a senator. So if they had approved of what she said and gave prudence to that and began discussing that to write a bill, your taxpayer dollars would be paying for child sex dolls. Little kids, little babies, they're going to have them of all ages because they're attracted, minor attracted to all ages. So from K to third grade. Right? Kindergarten, matter of fact, infant. Let's not do K, we got to do I, infant. I to third grade. They was going to make dolls. Infant, pedophile, messing with your little infant, but it's a child doll, sex dolls, because they legal now, and the taxpayers' money was gonna fund it, because there's gonna be a bill to say that sex child dolls is okay now, because they're gonna write a bill. They're gonna have to write a bill, and they're gonna make you pay it, right? So they're gonna have an infant doll. They're gonna have a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old dolls, 6-year-old dolls, 8-year-old dolls. 10, 11, 12. As long as they're underage, they're minors. They was going to make a doll for it. A sex doll. They called it a sex. She called it a child sex doll. So it's designated for these pedophiles, these rapists and sexual abusers, child sexual abusers, to lay with these dolls as they would lay with your child. And they can have all the fantasies about a real child through this child sex doll. Sick, wicked, evil, demonic. But it's coming to a state and city near you. because they're going to continue to push this. This got shot down, this got backlash, but they're going to keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and keep coming with it until they can get it into law. So they can finally make minor attractive person the normal narrative and get rid of pedophile. So this is what we're facing in the US of A, and we need to be aware of it. On that note, y'all, this is Street Church. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.